Punk Revolution now. Today we are reviewing the one and only Bladee. It's fucking Bladee, his new album, The Fool. For those of you who don't know Bladee, I don't know what to tell you. He's a freaking meme at this point. Maybe because people are spamming in my comments asking me to review Bladee, but I just feel like everyone should know who Bladee is at this point. If you don't know, he's a Swedish rapper, which is already pretty fucking weird to be a Swedish rapper. And of course, his style of hip-hop is also really weird, really eclectic. It seems like a joke almost. It's so playful and kind of childish and ethereal and kind of like cute. And it's like kind of hazy, not so easy to understand what he's saying, but it's like also really melodic. It's a whole weird thing. You gotta hear it if you haven't already. Go listen to Bladee and also the whole freaking Drain Gang and Young Lean. There's a whole freaking scene of this bizarre, eclectic, cute little hip-hop stuff coming out from Sweden. And Bladee is the fucking boss. Bladee is the boss. He's the number one. He's the king of whatever style of hip-hop you want to call this. Here's his new album, The Fool. Let's get this shiz started, and let's start by taking a look at the album cover. I'm not really crazy about this album cover. I think it's kind of dull looking. I don't really like the colors. It's just a rock and grass. But if you look at the rock, you can see like some sort of like cute little doodle on it that certainly looks like it belongs to the universe of Drain Gang. So it's still kind of consistent with the other Drain Gang Bladee stuff. Although I honestly really do prefer the very internet-y, strange, post-ironic album artwork of like Glue and Ice Dancer. I miss that artwork, but you know what? I guess this album artwork is fine, even though I'm not crazy about it. Musically, this album is freaking Bladee. It's freaking Bladee. Like, let me just talk about Bladee for a second. I first really didn't like Bladee very much. I had a lot of Drain Gang and Bladee trolls coming after me, and you know, just that was put me off Bladee, but people of course kept spamming Bladee in my comments and sending me funny Bladee memes. So of course I'm gonna listen to Bladee, ironically, so I can kind of get in on the joke. And you know, I think I followed a path a lot of Bladee fans do, where you start listening to Bladee ironically and eventually you kind of fall in love with Bladee because holy cow, he's just so cute. He's got these cute, adorable lyrics. He sounds like a child, just like looking around, observing the world around him, looking at the stars, and just feeling all these sort of emotions that are just, it's just so creatively expressed, so innocently. You pick up that attitude in this album as well. The Fool, he's got these cute lyrics about like Bladee on the track, he's a good boy and he doesn't cuss or whatever. Just hilarious, funny. I love his lyrics. And you know, he usually like drenches his vocals in like a ton of auto-tune and delay and reverb. So sometimes it's kind of hard to understand what he's saying, especially with like the Swedish accent on top of it. But in The Fool, there's still of course some reverb and delay on the vocals, but it's actually just kind of toned down a little bit, so his vocals actually sound very clear here. You do get to pick up some awesome lyrics. I'm picking up some fucking hilarious lyrics. You're gonna hear some lyrics about Joker cards. You're gonna hear lyrics about Bladee being called Bladee, which is, I mean, it's just like, it's cute, it's funny, it's great. I'm also even picking up some lyrics here that are like kind of like, I don't know, they seem like maybe Christian or something, like kind of like spiritual lyrics about like glory and like, I don't know, just you'll listen to it and you'll hear it. Like, is Bladee having a little bit of a Christian moment on The Fool? He might be. Along with kind of like taking the like auto-tune and like delay and reverb down just a little bit on the vocals to make the vocals a little bit more clear. I do feel like the production on this album is actually also a little bit more straightforward than a lot of what we've heard with Bladee. We've seen Bladee do some experimenting pretty recently, like in his album Exeter. That was like a particularly like soft and dreamy album, like very soft album. And then on 333, you know, I heard some like acoustic guitars come in there. On The Fool, this is actually a remarkably straightforward Bladee album. Not any crazy experimentation that's gonna really shake things up, which, you know, if you appreciate the more experimental side of hip-hop, maybe that's a turnoff for you. But frankly, like Bladee, he's just so charming. Bladee is just fucking killing it. I've always felt like that Bladee and Drain Gang have always been very heavily carried by the wonderful production. Like, those are such unique beats, and I feel like on this album the beats are a little bit more straightforward, the production's a little bit more straightforward, but it's still distinctly Bladee, and Bladee is still delivering some really awesome lyrics, and honestly some just like really catchy songs too. I really like Hotel Breakfast. There's like a cute little synth kind of like sliding around into the like woo 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 Ooh, it's like a cute little synth that just is like just so charming. I really like the song Trendy. That's a particularly catchy one, and he has the Joker cards lyric. I'm pulling Joker cards, which is just, I just love that lyric so much. He actually uses that lyric again in a different song. And honestly, this whole album, like, it's pretty damn consistent. Even though the beats are a little bit more straightforward, the production's a little bit more straightforward. There's nothing kind of like mind-blowing, like he's not experimenting too much here. He's just delivering consistent, good Blade tracks. What more could you ask for? And you know what, now that we're getting close to the end of this review, it's kind of sinking in that it seems that I've been drained. You know, like, I get Blade now, I get Drain Gag now, I've been fucking drained, so, you know, that kind of stinks. I feel like this is like a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good, straightforward Blade release. Punk Revolution now? Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. My channel's growing very fast because of all of you who do that. It helps people find my channel if you do that, so thanks so much for watching, and Punk Revolution